complain about it. I'm so mad. According to an article published by the Minneapolis Business Journal in 2017, 37.5 million passengers flew through Minneapolis in 2016, that being the second most in history behind 2005. World Bank data stated that 3.69 billion people traveled worldwide by air in 2016. This shows the scope of how many people travel this marvelous earth by airplane every year. 3.69 billion is a huge number. In my job as a gate agent and a ticket counter agent, I probably get to interact with at least 400 to 500 passengers a day, which I think is great. My job at Sun Country, the company I work for, accounted for 2.2 million of the 37.5 million passengers that traveled through Minneapolis in 2016. When you choose to travel, you must choose to travel by air, land, or sea, or maybe even a mix of all three of these. I've been traveling since I was a young child. I started out traveling when I was in second grade in 2005. My family and I went to Orlando to go to Disney World. So that's my first memory of being on an airplane. When you're traveling by air, you must be prepared and do your research so that you are not surprised when you get to the airport. First off, you should prepare and do your research. You should research. According to Commando.com, Texas A&M researchers found that the best time to purchase airline tickets is on the weekends. This is interesting to me because I'd always learned that you should buy them 6 weeks before the flight on a Tuesday at noon. But that's not the case anymore. Buy it on the weekends because that is when airlines are looking to book tickets with leisure travelers, and you'll find the best rates on weekends. You should always read the contract of carriage when you're buying your airline tickets. This will entail the check-in policy, the bag policy, and many other things that you'll need to know so you're not startled at the airport. One thing that you need to pay close attention to is when the ticket counter closes and when the flight closes. For example, Sun Country, 45 minutes prior to departure, you can no longer check in for your flight. Many passengers are burned by this because they do not read the contract of carriage. When you're on your way to the airport, or when you're booking your trip, you should choose whether you're going to fly to the whether you're going to drive to the airport or have someone drop you off. If you choose to drive to the airport, you should prepare to pay hefty fines and very large fees to park at the airport. So it's best to get dropped off. Map your route, pack your bags, and head to the airport. When you're on your way to the airport, you should prepare for check-in. You should make sure that you have your driver's license or passport or some kind of government-issued ID. When you get to the airport, the ticket agent will want to see your ID. They'll type in their fancy little computer your name and your flight, and they'll get you a boarding pass. This boarding pass is very sacred, so keep it close and near to you because it's your lifeline for the next couple hours. If you have bags, you should be ready to pay for the bag fees as well as ready to have your bags be the right weight. A bag tag is then applied to your bag, just like this, just like a sticker. Here you go. A lot of companies will charge $25, $30, maybe even $40 for your bag, so be prepared with a credit card or debit card because most airlines have gone cashless. Once you've checked in and you have your boarding pass and you paid for your bag, you'll then proceed to the security checkpoint. At this point, you will take off your shoes and put everything from your pockets in a bin and your shoes in the bin and send your bags to the x-ray. You'll then go into the body scanner and stand like this as it whirls around your body. If you alarm anywhere, like say my watch, the officer will just pat down your watch. It's not a very big deal. When you get out of security, you'll then go to find your boarding gate. This is usually noted on your boarding pass, but if it's not, just look for monitors around the airport. And if there's no monitors, just ask an employee for help. They usually have a badge of some sort on. When you get to the gate, you should check your bags if they're asking for carry-on roller bags, because this is good karma. Good karma is always good when you're flying. And when you're boarding, you should learn how the airline boards. Some board by rows, like Sun Country, or some board by zones, like Delta. So you want to know whether you're boarding by rows or zones. And then when you hear your zone or your row, you should get in line to board your aircraft. When you get on your airplane, you should put your stuff in the overhead bins or under the seat as fast as you can and sit down so you're ready for departure. Airline travel is something that has been greatly expanded upon since its initiation many, many years ago, and it's getting better with every day that passes. You should consider airline travel and the process of airline travel, because once you fly, you'll never want to drive again. Flying is the best.